Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Ridman, and we were talking with Ilberd when we last played, and we're going to continue our conversation with him. Our hunt for the Ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let's return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levelier. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. Not a moment too soon. Something's happened. Trouble? You'll recall the 4th was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have great fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardon, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you're the best chance we've got. Captain Ilberd was right of it. I trust you're willing, but of course you are. Now, Alayan of the 4th lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will appraise you of the information. Okay. Again, it's always up to us. Guess that's the way it works when you're the hero. Soldier. You'd aid us in the rescue mission? We're in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to be brief on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remains of the 4th, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. Alright, well, I have the ability to fly, so I'm going to kind of drop in out of the sky. Might as well take advantage of the skills you have, eh? Oh, wrong side. Alright, let's get our little carbuncle out, because it looks like we're going to have a fight. Here we go. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. Well, where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with these wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we're safely outside these walls. Alright, I gotta go cause some trouble. Trouble time. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, there's a guy. Hey, he's on our hunt list. Let's get him first. Alright, let's cause this trouble that we speak of. Okay, it's in that purple circle thing over there. So we gotta bang a pot or something, I guess. Hello, here I am. Come get me. One down, 2 to go, I think, or at least one more to go. I only see one on the map, so I guess we don't have to cause too much trouble. Well, there may be another one after this. We'll get this Yahoo first. I guess there was 3 after all. Okay. I can still fly, so let's try to avoid some trouble here. Get to our 3rd location without fighting our way through. Here we go. They're popping right out of the ground. right, our job here is done. I've awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You've done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to the commander. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Okay, well, we're right behind you. Alphanod, we're back. It does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as it is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Roland. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Roland, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there's no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Korthus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. We've been blessed with a rare opportunity, Roland, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Elmeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Amaric wishes to meet with the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Korthus. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to noble use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Well, I don't wield a sword, so I ain't worried about that. I don't like this having to ask permission business. I usually can do anything I want to do. What would they do without me, since I'm the only one that can kill primals? A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it a wonderful idea. We've received no reports of aetheric disturbance or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphanod believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent. I take it Roland has explained the situation? He has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Oh, I wish I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Albathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Orosian alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who'd withdraw from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartno, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I've explained over and over again that unless Erosia stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have my efforts yielded? Well, not. Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we've been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We've something they desire, though I've yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Roland. Our friend Lord Hasherfont is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Put on your warm clothes. We're going to Ishgard. It's cold up there. Ah, Roland, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch a cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Well, yeah, you're wearing leotards. Ah, good Master Alphino, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Horshafont. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortemps may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I'm simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped us justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Just when we're starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll, of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think that the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let's speak with Lord Horsefont and find out what he has learned. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you'd be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravans bound for Revenant's Toll as it was just passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Hochefort said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Roland. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men that you're of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Move along, adventure. There's nothing for... Huh? Lord Hochefort bid you speak with us? Oh, then you must be... Beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier just to steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I will allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own, hidden away off. Ah, but pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care could tell you something more factual, that is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Poor guy. All right, I guess we're going back. We didn't really see much. I mean, we came all the way out here basically for nothing. I mean, he just we need that thing. He just reported to us. We didn't really learn anything. Now we got to go talk to some other guy. Is there more of those things around? There is. What? We didn't get enough? Darn it. We need another one. One more. Alrighty. Now we can... up these stairs, I believe. There he is. You've come to ask me about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought. Some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. They could have killed me, so I just lay there and stood still and listened. Iceheart, the people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Shiva is a primal. All right, we got the 411. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the... What? Shiva was the traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Harshaphant, what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once, Lord Harshaphant. You would agree that discretion is of Parliament concern. Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphanod. And what he means is my continued support. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Reverence Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I'm sure you would not miss this for the world. And with that, it's time for me to take a break. Hope you had fun. I hope to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and ta-ta for now.